Hello, everyone. So today I was just going to do a little video on my journey of cybersecurity and how I came about it. It started in 2021 um, during the pandemic. I was bored and just fixed my laptop. I saw a video on how to install a virtual box with Kali Linux. So I did that, and then I heard about TryHackMe, and then my first day was uh, June 23rd, 2021. And back then they had like 600,000 plus people on the site because they actually used to say their 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 total user amount. Right now my account's set for Afghanistan because back then you could change your flags at will, and then they changed that. Um, I had gotten arrested on December supposed to be December 2nd. I don't know why there's still events going on past then, but completely unrelated things. And then I was, um, oh, that's why that's on the 21st. I got arrested on the second, so that was my last day. But I was incarcerated until July 29th. Um, so in 2021, I had made it to rank 1,500 on the site on the world. When I got out, I was ranked 20,000, and by November, I'd made it up to 780 ish globally. Um, so my recap is this is what I did within the 6 months that I've been on since I've been back. July, I don't know. July was my most active. I don't know how that is when I was not there. 130-day streak. Collector, chase badges as you hunt Labulus and whatever that is. I did 388 rooms and earned 34 badges. I reached Diamond League. I actually went from each stage or each league, advancing one league every week, placed first in gold, first in diamond four times. Twice of those were in 2 weeks in a row. And then I dropped out of diamond leagues when I started making walkthroughs in November. Um, order topics you think you explored the most. That's in perfect order already. Oh, I guess pen testing was in the first, but oh well. It's funny, I don't hardly use any of those. Anyways, that's for that. Um, the certificate when I first started, the certificates I got were um, the pre-security path, the junior pen testing, the pathway beginner, and then I got the cybersecurity 101, SOC level 1, web fundamentals. I don't know what this one is. The CompTIA pen test plus the TryHackMe one. This isn't the official one because that would be up here. And then the offensive pen testing. For the paths, when I first started, the way I started is I started with paths, and I did they had a beginner path back then, like a pure beginner. They don't have that anymore. Um, but I would suggest just doing starting from the easy ones. Do this is the pre-security, and then go from there. The modules I started with the basics, like the informational for walkthroughs. I started with um, info. I did all the informational rooms to be able to understand what how to, because I didn't have any experience with any command line or really anything out of the ordinary for um, like computers. Like I knew how to function a computer, but I didn't know how to use command prompt or PowerShell. I've never even touched a Linux machine in my entire life until uh, I made my first TryHackMe account, and then I did the Linux fundamentals and the Windows fundamentals, the OS model, the and then I started doing easy rooms for I started doing Linux rooms for I started doing like tool based rooms and stuff that would get me to understand more of the environment. So like I did a lot of the Kali machine, the Google dorking, um, the Hydra tools, all of the tutorial stuff, the for the pathways. The structure on TryHackMe has changed a lot since when I first started, but um, so the modules I did all the tooling ones like initial access, Wireshark, Snort. Um, so these are all the completed ones I've done. Um, I just focused a lot on I did the modules and then I focused on paths as well. So I understood like specific like categories and classes of like things to do. Because I don't really like blue team stuff at all, so I didn't really focus a lot of my energy on blue team type tasks because I think that's just tedious, boring work, sifting through millions of logs and trying to find specific things. So all my stuff is web fundamentals, offensive pen testing, um, stuff like this. The for roadmap, I did the pre-security, the security, cybersecurity 101, and then I focused on these for um, for the skill matrix. If you go to fundamentals and then entry level, I did everything that you could on here. Like you could click on this and it'll give you a list of the things that you can complete to better get knowledge in that in those fields. So I did everything I could in fundamentals for entry level, and then junior levels pretty filled out. I didn't really focus on just the foundational ones. I started switching to specifics. So like for pen testing, the first one, all of them for the first level are maxed out. I did that I have completed. Um, for junior level, pen testing is my heaviest. Um, with privilege escalation fully completed, enumeration fully completed, exploitation is got like 6 rooms. Red teaming is like 7 rooms, 8 rooms, 7 rooms. Pen testing and vulnerability analysis are got a lot of rooms actually, but not that many. Um, and for mid level, it's not that big, but it's I'm working on it. For completed rooms, I have a pretty large variety of everything. Like I've focused on most of the stuff that I've focused on has all been. I've just been trying to do everything in reverse order from oldest to newest. So, like for practice and challenges, I've done 123 of the easy, 25 of the medium, and 4 of the hard. Um, and I've just been focusing on doing walkthroughs of the ones that I already have completed, and then I'm gonna move forward to the ones that I haven't completed. And when I get stuck or something, I'll either Google it. Um, Very rarely, I used to go on Discord and ask in the TryHackMe Discord for help, but I didn't. I stopped doing that. I just don't go on there anymore. Um, so I'll just Google something, or if I get really stuck, I'll I'll look for a hint, or I'll look at a hint, or if there is no hints, if I don't like understand like a script or some sort of coding or some crazy weird command that I've never seen before, uh, I'll give it to Copilot or Gemini to explain what's going on and what it's doing. That's the beauty of AI, is it really helps speed up a lot of the uh, time that you would spend searching on Google for specific things. But then there's also the downside of AI, and that's if you try to tell it or give it anything that it thinks is malicious or could be used to exploit a system, it starts freaking out and won't tell you to, it'll start saying, "Oh, I can't help you write a script that'll help you exploit a live system or something like that." And so it kind of, even if you're like it's for a lab, there's still safety settings, so it can't do anything about it. But um, yeah, so that's that's where I'm at. And then all time, I'm actually fourth in Afghanistan, surprisingly, but that's not saying much because it's not just Afghanistan. But if you're in all countries, I'm 812 monthly. Probably not that high. Yeah, way super far. Yeah, that's pretty much how I went about it. And then as I learned, I would bookmark certain really used resources, and then I would search GitHub and uh, get tools or scripts from them, and I just made a small little like list of things that I used from various different rooms that I needed them for, and I just kept them for because they're used in other ones that they're not related to TryHackMe at all, like these two, Stormbreaker and Fat Rat. Um, but the other ones are for the most part. Insta Insane isn't either. But Cetus is actually a pretty fun tool. That's a web. It's a web browser dev tool that you can hack web web based video games like Doom and other stuff like that. TryHackMe actually had this in one of their advents a couple years ago, where you had to exploit a video game, and that's where I got it from, and I kept it because I thought it was pretty cool. Uh, I messed around with it a little bit on Doom and made myself have unlimited ammo so I could just spam the fire button. But that's pretty much what I did and how I went about it. I just put toward put forth the effort and stayed consistent. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it. I just uh, learning it. It's just about pattern recognition and remembering the basics to a T. You know, the more you know about the basics, the easier everything else comes later on. Like I don't know how to I don't know how to I'm not a scripter. I don't know um, Python or I know barely any Bash. Like Python is super confusing to me. It's supposed to be simple and easy, but I don't. The amount of things that go into it just can confuse me. Um, but you know, I do have my limitations, but I just work through them and keep at it. If you guys want to know anything more specific, hit me up. Let me know. Peace.